And you can see from this aerial the location of the Porterville industrial development, and it's right next to the airport. The airport has received federal grant money to expand the airport to get commercial flights in and military aircraft in. And so it's pretty exciting that a municipality of this size has it's going to have a great airport, and it's going to have a great entertainment district with the casino that it's built. And it's located in an area that the municipality is cordoned off for development, right? Light industrial, the casino. It's really the path of growth, right? We want to be not the first person into the market, but we certainly want to be, don't want to be the last, right? And so we have a lot of people and a lot of projects in front of us. Home Depot, Lowe's, they all have really great real estate departments. They all recognize, and they've been here in the Porterville market for a significant amount of time because they know it's growing so fast, right? And so that's one of the key indicators that you can see with your eyes is why a municipality that would be seemingly from an aerial so small, why does it have all these significant retailers? Why does it have so much development from major retailers, investors, the federal government, the state? They've added CAL FIRE, fire base here, Forest Service headquarters is here. The list goes on and on. And, we could talk about all of the, Walmart's most successful Western distribution facility is located in Porterville. It's 1 million square feet, we're told, from the municipality. So there's a lot of interesting things that you kind of have to, peel back the layers and understand. But that's really, what WHSE Partners is good at, uncovering is it's sort of those value pieces that really make a good development. And one of the benefits of Central California is its proximity to the other parts of California, particularly the big cities, right? These big metros. And if you're not really familiar with the layout of California, a lot of the things are, San Francisco, LA, San Diego, those type of things, Bay Area. And it's because of the ports and transportation, and obviously the municipalities are huge. These are really big mega cities. But the proximity in Central California to these various points, the ports and shipping and, up and over the mountains into the western US by rail, by air, that's really what makes Central California really dynamic. And that's why it's growing so fast, right? Sort of that mix of business friendly growth and its strategic location. And so there's a lot of upside in terms of, the next decade on growth because of, the big metros. People there see it as extreme value compared to those metros. And, there's a lot of benefits to being part of that growth, right? Being on the upswing. And so I think as investors, we're going to experience sort of that uptick. And again, Porterville Industrial Warehouse, we see all these other these retailers located in and around our development. And again, they're not small developments. There's a major retail center. It's got really big anchor tenants, and those are the things we like to see because they've already identified Porterville well before us as a growth city. And just as a footnote, there are big developers developing in and around Porterville, the Tulare County area, and points just beyond that. Are 1 million square feet. That's stuff that you read about in the media all the time, that those massive concrete tilt-up industrial parks, those are going in with no light industrial support, right? And so one would imagine that a lot of the white vans that support those logistics, the Amazons and the Walmarts of the world, where they show up to our doors sort of really in that they call it last mile, but my partner and I really call it maybe the last 100 feet. They use our facilities to sort those things, to store goods, because they have to create an efficient route and not come from those distribution facilities directly. And so key element of our tenant base there. And we're talking about low vacancy. Probably some people are going to think, okay, so how much industrial is available in the immediate area? And it's going to be almost zero. And these statistics show really low vacancy factors. It's in Tulare County. This statistic way back in 2019, and if you've read anything about industrial, it's become even more popular over these last, three years because of e-commerce and because of the way the economy has progressed. There's so much pressure on industrial across the spectrum, and then you can imagine, because no light industrial is being constructed, that creates a lot of pressure on the existing light industrial spaces where they probably have, and it's been our experience, really long and significant waiting lists where they cherry pick the tenants, and there's generally, if you talk to maybe commercial real estate brokers, agents, that type of thing, generally what the phrase you're going to hear the most is there's nothing available, and there doesn't seem to be anything available anytime soon, unless we're talking maybe about a Warehouse Partners project.